And here we go, it's another Saturday, and that means we got another good drive today. And oh my gosh, I'm feeling quite exhausted. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak correctly today. It's okay, we're getting right to the drive, and then we talk a bit, because there's actually a few things that have changed since the last 1 or 2 times. And I will talk about them a little bit. And here we go. So, before we start the drive, I just realized I didn't get the hut on yet. As you may realize, this is my little area in Second Life where I used to have a little shrine that turned into a little festival area, and recently I redecorated a little bit well, since I realized that the shrine and the festival area, they were nice looking, but not really interactive, so we turned it into something else. And that's correct, we made it into a mini golf ground, which looks really interesting because it's a pretty colorful mix of different sets of mini golf courses. So we got the little nature courses with the snails, the worms, the bees and the mushrooms. And finally going to the little shrine area leading to the road over here, coming to the farm, the little tent over here, and then finally the big main piece of the set is this little castle over here with a dragon on top. And most of the courses got some movable parts that only start moving once you start racing a ball. If you want to play, it's entirely free. The link is down in the description. You can get the instructions over here if you click on the first flag. It's pretty simple. You get a little hut, you click on the plus minus in the hut to steer the ball into a direction, and then you have to hold the button to determine the speed and the strength of the stroke, and then the rest is pretty much just mini golf. So yeah, let me know in the descriptions how well you are doing, how many strokes you needed to get into the castle. We are going to the drive right now. Also, I'm pretty sure that I had a tree over there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on today, but for some reason, Second Life has some quirks where it doesn't rest stuff, I believe. Maybe it's still the after effects of the holidays. You never know. So, and if you missed the last video, we are in Akamori town, which used to be a Hilaya town, and they have remodeled this quite a lot. They now connected not only my place to the main road again, but they made another road that is leading right down to this place, which is the Fun Club, which I guess sounds fun. There's also a little staircase down here leading to the railway. So yeah, it's pretty well connected right now, and you can also see in the distance over here and the main road going past the town, which is also found over there in the distance, which leads to another little, what's it called, train station, and then off to the way where we usually test our vehicles. Which I guess we are coming back to at the end of the stream again. Okay, we're almost there. Also, I've been back at work since Monday, and oh my god, it's been quite something, I have to say. So I was off work for, I think it's been exactly 3 weeks. And I pretty much messed up my sleeping schedule, so when I went back to work on Monday and had to get up at 6:30, that was painful. And I'm still having trouble to get back into my regular sleeping schedule. This week has not been fun. Okay, so it seems like we are starting at the driver's main location, which also looks very empty at the moment. And I've been talking to Christy, and it seems that the person that used to look after the decorations pretty much retired, but we still got these little instructions going on in the back. And oh my gosh, I just thought we are already lagging and crashing. Okay, we're walking down the sidewalk. I guess we can do this. Okay. So we have our own hypercard, so I don't use this one. Because I just like mine a lot more. Here we go. It looks so much better. Okay, let's just start the engine, which I think I just turned off. And here we go. Oh my gosh. I just realized that the large area next to the main area, the main hub, that used to be this big zombie area, just entirely vanished. It's incredible. I did not see that coming, honestly. Wow. A lot of Second Life is just disappearing lately, it seems. So do we go to the left? See, yes, we do. Alright. Okay, so where are we going? To the Bunker Speedway. It doesn't ring any bells, to be honest. Okay, we are already going off-road. Oh, is this the area where we are just driving up in circles all the time? It kinda looks to be like it. Well, we find out anyways. We just continue up the track. Oh my gosh. Slalom and leg, that is not a good combination. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't try this at home. I'm having a deja vu over here. Okay, this looks very different from the last time. But I still think that this is the same track. Maybe they keep updating them. Which I guess would be nice. So we got a bit of a redneck background music today because I don't know, I just felt like it said it's kinda funny, I think. If you got any ideas for some funny background music, just a theme, not a single sound or something, you can just drop some suggestions below and maybe I find something. But only if it's something that is fit for a majority of people and not just something like super heavy metal that is destroying your ears and something. Okay, so we're still going up about 80 meters. And 80 meters is a lot, considering that a lot of the track is just horizontal. And I'm still waiting for some tabletop miniatures that I recently bought. And I'm really looking forward to them because I already ordered a painter for them. And it's someone who's living pretty close by. I think it's just about 1.5 hours from a place nearby. So I can pretty much have them brought there instantly and pick them up later or have them picked up. Yeah, so they are gonna be painted in the Coruscant Guards design, which I like pretty much. And we will also have a lot of custom heroes, which are basically just a bunch of clone commanders that's designed after Commander Stone, Fire, Thorn. I already got Fox. And we also get Sergeant Hound, which I'm still considering if I use them with just a large number of troopers in a regular corps or in a AF units. And AF is a pretty much large range units, which is a bit of observation token giving. But yeah, I'm not going too much into the details because I think a lot of people here are not really playing Star Wars Legion, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because it is just the Clone Troopers are my second favorite army, and the Coruscant Guard is just my favorite corps. Even though it's technically not really a corps, but that is details. But yeah, just the ability to make a large army that I think when it's done, it contains 7 ARF units, or not units, just troopers, 70 regular infantry, and 14 commandos, including all of the formerly mentioned commanders and sergeants. So that is pretty cool, I think. And I also got one of the little warpers if I need them, but honestly, I'm more of an infantry person. Alrighty. We are still going further up. It's insane. We had a pretty bad temperature drop again. So we basically had the entire 3 weeks of my vacation of a pretty dry and 10-degree kind of temperature, and then we just started getting minus temperatures again. And it's gone pretty wild. We went from 10 degrees or 12 degrees Celsius instantly down to -7. And a lot of snow. Which is unfortunate because, again, I hate snow shoveling. Especially if you have to clear the snow before work. And you are basically done with the snow shoveling, arrive at work, and you're already tired for the day. Okay, I think we're going up pretty far. So if this is something that you don't really want to watch unfold to the top, I would completely understand if you skip at this point. But I'll just keep talking about stuff and talking about stuff. It seems that the last anime season is over, and we got a lot of new series, and some of them are absolutely messed up. Absolutely messed up. Like, there's something called something like The Daily Life of a Torturer or something, and I'm like, what the frick? But there's also very wholesome ones, which honestly are probably some of my favorites this summer or spring season rather. And one of them is the Demon Lord's daughter is too kind. That is a very wholesome anime. But I think they are still pretty much airing them out slowly one after another. So I expect a lot more of them to start soon. There's a lot of isekai stuff again also. Which is kind of surprising because honestly I thought all of this isekai stuff was pretty much used up to an extent where they got tired of it. But nope, it's a never-ending story. And there's also some news coming from the tabletops, not the tabletop, from the trading card section. Because it seems that Pokemon is having another round of restrictions where all of the cards that have a little age number of G below on the left are gonna be eligible. I think it's March. I'm not sure, but I think it's March. March or May. So until then you can still play them. After them they are pretty much outdated and you need to play any card that is higher than G. And they are also about to drop another booster pack, but I'm getting so pissed about the trading card game from Pokemon. They are just not releasing my Delphox, the Mega version. And we just get, I think it's Starmery and Armory and a lot of nonsense really. And the precious starters, they are just delaying them. And I've already hoped that we get them the last time, but that was the Charizard and the other ones, which I completely understood. But come on, we get so few Delphox and so many of the others. It is just really, really annoying. And I've pretty much quitted playing the Pokemon puppet game. Because it's really just annoying. You don't get anything, you can open so many packs. Oh hey there, Stair Striker. How have you been? It's been quite a while since the last stream. I think it's been a week. I think there are actually restrictions for trading in Pokemon Puppet. And we have arrived. Oh, finally. That was quite a ride. Okay, so this is gonna be a delivery drive, I think. Also, I'm not saying that I had some really bad decks, but you know, if you open a pack and you got 4 doubles inside of a 5-card pack, that is just demoralizing. Also, I usually never got the regular EX, which just prevented me from finishing the stupid sets. What is going on here? Uh-oh. I think it's time for another parachute jump. Okay. Down we go, I guess. As long as I don't hit any of the skyboxes over here. Just going splash. Okay, there's a red car in the middle of... Wait a second. Oh my gosh, I was just about to say, why is the parachute not opening? I don't think that we can make it over there. Yeah, we're just landing in the middle of the road. Close enough. I've already planned most of my vacation for this year. And it's gonna be quite relaxing, but a lot of the official holidays this year are gonna be on a Saturday, which is really nasty. Okay, starting in a vehicle that is off-road capable. I think that's gonna be the Super 80. And we're going to the JC motorcycle track and garage. I think we've been there before, but right now it's not really ringing a bell, to be honest. We'll see when we get there. I did not see the corner. But I see my car driving off in the distance. Well, that could have been a lot worse. We are still not done with the legging. I have no idea how I got there, but we somehow avoided the red area on the map. Which is something, I guess. That was pretty wild. And speaking of wild, the second movie of Zoomania is in the cinemas right now. And it's okay. It's not as nice as the first one, but it's also not a failure, so they did pretty well on the second one. Which is surprising, because most of the times when they decide to make a sequel, they kind of destroy the entire series. But this one is honestly decent. Which makes it also very reasonable to believe that there's gonna be a third one. But otherwise, there's not many movies that are really worth watching at the moment. But there's gonna be the next season of The Rookie on Netflix, I think. It is starting on the 17th of January or something. Which is a little bit of a problem, because I recently cancelled my membership on Netflix. So maybe I have to reopen it for another month. We'll see when we get there. Okay, so the surrounding area is really slow loading today. That makes sightseeing a little bit harder, but there's a really big donut. There's still a lot of snow areas, which I guess makes sense since it's basically still winter. There's a really nasty corner incoming. Oh no, that's just the racing area. Alright. I'm wondering when the off-road part is starting. It's probably right before a bus stop or something. I've been considering to visit the local cemetery a few days ago, but the weather's been just so bad. But I haven't seen the... Well, it's not really graves, what do you call it? The urn wall where all of my grandparents and my uncle are stored in. And since it's been, I think, 2 years or 3 years since the last visit, I just considered it would be nice to give them a little visit once in a while, but probably Monday. I have to go shopping on Monday anyways, and it's a little bit of a detour, but I can pretty much do it then. I was planning on doing this on Friday, but I was also expecting a package from overseas. And they pretty much announced the delivery about 30 minutes after the stop of my work. So I had to hurry back, and I still had to get a refill on the fuel station. So there was no time to visit any graves. There's someone standing on the side. But yeah, I will definitely visit the place on Monday. And I'm also running out of bread, which is not good. That's basically the #1 basic food in Germany. Bread. Any sort of bread. And we got many of those. Okay, still a 3 minutes ride. And I'm still waiting for the off-road part. Hey there, E-Cup. How are you doing? I've been trying to do some more train riding recently on Second Life, but it is just so laggy, oh my gosh. And every time the train is going through some corner, it's just threatening to get you crashed. Oh, I'm doing pretty well. I'm just still getting used again to getting to work after the long break. And the worst thing at the moment is falling asleep, because my sleeping schedule is so off. So when I was off work, I basically never went to bed before 3 AM. Which is pretty darn late. And right now it's more like between 11 and midnight, and yeah, that's a big change. I kinda timed it pretty bad. I should have started to train myself in getting to bed earlier again, a lot earlier than I did. Okay, we are finally going off-road over here. What the heck? Okay. The magic of Second Life. You drive past something that looks to be some sort of really strange airplane, and then it turns out to be trees. Maybe it's just a stealth airplane. That's a pretty good cover. Hey, we should be almost there, but right now it feels like in the middle of nowhere. Maybe this is gonna be some teleporting area or something. Nope, I just missed a checkpoint over there. Gosh dang it. Okay. It's kinda tight over here. Not your usual off-road part. Well, would you look at this? We found another racing trick. And we're still not done. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a Second Life, so most of the stuff that you'll see is just built by random people. And most of the empty space is just abandoned landscape where people usually lived, but they stopped paying their bills and just left the land behind. That's unfortunate. But I think I see where we are going. Yeah, it's mainly private users, to be honest. And I'm really not sure if this is the right direction. Okay, it seems to be. That is really strange. Oh, it's a teleporting area. Ah, okay. Oh boy. We are in the middle of the western. Talk about the rural area. So, is this some sort of horse riding? Oh, I was supposed to be in a road vehicle, okay. I kinda missed this little sentence. Imagine I would have walked all the way up. Oh my god. Okay, I think I see where this is going. One of these tracks again. And I'm seeing a lot of people circling down on the minimap. Milk for the dog? That is pretty strange. I would understand if it's a cat, but a dog that it's drinking milk. Okay, maybe if it's a little dog or something. Is it just a little puppy? Honestly, I always thought that something like milk with lactose and too much fat is gonna be pretty bad for dogs. Okay, well, I guess personal taste over everything. Why not? Oh my gosh, this is so steep. They should really clear the road a little bit. There's so much rubble on the road. And animals. And ouch. Oh, I just recently saw that there's another update from the game Peak. And it seems that they have added a few more maps to the rotation. Which I have not seen yet, so maybe I'm gonna play some more Peak. At some point. Not today. But honestly, I've only once managed to get to the peak. And every other time I just miserably died. I think the worst maps in Peak are currently the roots. Definitely the roots. If it's not the zombies or the mushrooms, then the biggest enemy, I think, is the wind. It is just so strong. And after the roots, I think the next hardest is the desert, the Mesa. Because I usually end up getting trapped inside of the mountain. And there's so many dead ends that I just can't find the right direction. Unless the fog has finally caught up. I've died so many times on the Mesa. And the roots. Oh my gosh. Honestly, there has been a really big lack of games recently. And the sales also were not really good. Like, most of the stuff on my wish list just either got ignored or had so little percentage off that it was barely worth buying it. And most of the new games that are really good in terms of money worth are just pixelated stuff, which is pretty bad. I know that a lot of the pixelated games can be good story-wise, but I just need a certain level of graphics, to be honest. Oh my god, after today, I'm gonna be swirling today. There are so many curves and roundabouts in this curse today. So I'll be getting an extra mile on the way to the kitchen later. Just walking past my sofa roundabout 2 times. This is taking a lot more concentration than you would think. Because going through all of these left curves and right curves, it's messing up your sense of direction. And your fingers get really confused which direction to begin to. Also, I'm not really seeing how this is a delivery drive at the moment. It's more of a try to stay sane drive. And this is really hard on the eyes as well. They are burning right now. But I'm really glad that I installed the Christmas lights with the timer socket in my sleeping room. That was a really great choice. It is just... it has something very calming to it. When you fall asleep with some Christmas lights on the window, and you don't have to bother about turning them off yourself, or they turn off and you are fine. And it is... the atmosphere is just something that is very calming. I've also got this sort of half see-through, not carpet, but curtain. Well, it's basically the same, just a carpet for the window. This half see-through red curtain that is blocking a lot of the brightness from the light, which makes it this half saturated light that is very nice to sleep to. Boink. Oh my gosh. I overshot this. I kinda feel like the ball in a mini golf course right now. Just going back and forth, trying to find the hole. Oh my gosh. It also fits with the amount of stuff that is sometimes in the way. It is not blocking too much, but it deserves to be go around. And it's... oh my gosh, we are at the end. I did not see that coming. Honestly, I'm already so dizzy after this. Okay, something is going on. There we go. And we are back. And we're going back to an off-road cable vehicle. Well, there's something that I want to show you guys. I found this recently on the marketplace, and it's so cute. Let me just get the Land Impact 8 or 10 version out. It's a little spooky train. But it's not actually driving on the railway, but instead it's flying, and it's so cute. Look at this. Just a flying little spooky train. I think it was really cheap. Like 1 or 10 Linden bucks. Which translates really only to a penny or something. Oh my gosh, I'm misclicking so much today. Okay, here we go. Back to the off-road, that is. This is not light off-road, what the heck. That is like 90 degrees. Yeah, there's no way I can make this. What the heck. Maybe we can go around or something. Nope, we can't. Okay, let me just do this manually then. That is sick. That is absolutely sick. There we go. But I have to restart the engines after this. Oh, maybe not. So we are basically behind the scenes of everything. I'm just looking at the backside of mountains. Oh my gosh. And we are back at the road. Mostly. It is so laggy over here, oh my gosh. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm basically driving in 2-second splits. Holy moly. And now we just left the road again. But I think it's just not racing. This is a very detailed and very dense part of Second Life. I'm struggling so much. Okay. And we are going to the Bagheera bus stop. I feel like we've been there a few drives ago. That may be the one that is basically just a dead end. Okay, let me just get a little bit to the right. Just to place the stupid sign there. There we go. It's the big cow statue. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've been here before, but it is really hard to tell when half of the stuff is not racing. But there's definitely a corner coming up. And it's a pretty tight one. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. That was basic survival on Second Life Street. Also, I can't believe that it's been already so many drives which have not contained a single bit of train action. Right after I said I got a new train that we could use. That is so typical. I wonder if today is just a driving or if there's gonna be some boat or flying area. I mean, I don't mind just driving, but most of the times the drives contain a little bit more variation. Then again, I think we've circled into different vehicles quite a lot. So that's okay. Okay, now that the area's gonna be a little bit less dense, the lag seems to be a lot less as well. Which is a shame, because the more detailed the areas are, the more fun it is to watch them and explore them. But if they are super laggy, then oh my gosh. Yes, it is, but you don't have to pay for the fuel. And the gas is free. Also, it's a lot easier to build up stuff in Second Life. In terms of constructions, not social areas and people. But in terms of constructions, it is much easier to build something on Second Life. And you can also take it off again way easier. So I think we should be there in about 1 minute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have arrived, even though I didn't even see it yet. But I think this is still only the fourth leg. And I have to make a little break over here. So I'll be right back. Please behave. Right, we are back. You did not miss anything. Where are we going now? Just going up the track, it seems. Okay. So I think we are going back to the Marauder. Yeah, I was just looking to the side and realized that it's about 7 PM at the moment. I basically forgot to close all of the shutters around the house, and we got the lights on. So everybody could basically just watch straight inside of my living room while I was streaming over here. So I did a quick round around the house. Fixed the shutters, fixed the heaters, and got something to drink, and I tried to hurry to get back as soon as possible. Here we go again. I can't believe how steep some of these areas are. I openly hope that it's not asthma, because a lot of people in my family had it. But so far it's not been diagnosed, so I guess not. Oh my gosh. Nah, I'm already good again. That was really just from rushing from room to room and getting care of all of the shutters, and most of the shutters over here are not electric, so you really have to pull a lot of string to get them down and up. And if you try to stream and don't want to waste too much time from the people, then you tend to rush a little bit. Just a bit. Also, I can't believe that we are already back at going in circles. That is insane. I feel like we've not done anything else but going round and round today. That being said, I also feel a little bit ill. So maybe that's part of it. Yeah. This track definitely does. Okay, having someone else in front of me going round and round as well makes me even more dizzy. And back crashed. Rightfully so. Oh my lord. Oh, come on. This is a horrible track. I'm just glad that I didn't crash today. At least not yet. You never know. I can smell them. It smells like exhaust. And fear. Oh my god, this is just pinged on. Oh my god. And now it's getting hot. I'm not sure if we are still on the right lane, but... yeah, I think they went to the left. Imagine we find ourselves again and then just crash into one another. Oh my god, it actually happened. It's just funny. It's a bit like Mario Kart, but with motorbikes. And we definitely left them behind us. Oh, there's another crashy one. Yeah, these curves are something else, oh my gosh. I could have made a joke, but I think that would get me cancelled. So we are not joking about curvy roads today. I just wish I knew how long we're gonna follow this road again. Oh my gosh, I almost fell off. Imagine I had to restart all of this. I'm not even sure if we're still going up. Or just driving around up and down on the same levels. Maybe we're just driving in circles and we didn't even see it yet. Oh my gosh. This is a hell spire. That's we are actually out of a hell. Oh my gosh. But the humans are still behind us. Okay, somehow this turned into a fox hunt, which is not good. I feel slightly threatened. Ooh, that has cost us a lot of time. Honestly, this little race makes this entire course a little bit funnier. This would have been so boring if we had just driven this normally. But I really wonder how far up we still have to go. Oof. And you turn me round, right round. Oh my gosh. Something just happened. That is not fair. No. Oh my gosh, not again. The road is failing us. Okay, I see nothing. That was wild. So I guess this is the high ground. Because it's very high. In more than one way. I am the better ping pong ball. That's a weird competition. Yeah, but it kind of fits with the theme of the track. Considering the background and everything. Oh, but I really hope that we are done pretty soon. This is just really taxing. Usually when you drive and you see the road ahead of you, then you can already plan ahead and it is a lot less stressful. But this one is really not telling me anything. The climbs are really tough. No, he's not. I'm not sure what you mean with the bulk limit, but if you mean the building limit for objects and stuff, then it's pretty high for anti-FM. And I don't think that these tracks are pretty expensive, since they are pretty much just along, I don't know, flat areas and some guardrails. Oh my god, he's really right behind us. I'm actually afraid to get into an even higher gear because I don't want to fly off the course. I'm already struggling with control. Oh yes. Okay, we got some distance on this guy. I think we are still here for at least 20-30 minutes. But you're very welcome. Oh, he's still in pursuit. Why is he not making any mistakes? That's a bouncy curve, oh my gosh. And it's not ending. There we go. Oh my gosh. I did not see this one coming. Uh-oh. This is not good. Okay, that's the race. There we go. Let's just climb this way. Honestly, I'm kinda tired of driving up. We are probably still making more height this way than regular. Also, yes, that is basically cheating. But it's not my fault that we were falling through the ground. Also, I'm not sure if we are driving into the right direction. It pretty much looks like it. There's a lot of flying fish. I have to say, usually I'm not against tricks like this, but making an entire drive out of these is just a bit... Blah. Also, I wonder what happened to the entire delivering stuff theme. This is definitely not delivering anything. Maybe it's delivering some curve trauma or something. I wonder how much we actually skipped. I don't think that it was much. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Oh my god, we are back to bouncing. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. But it's an interesting area now. With the city in the background, it almost looks like the game changed together. Where you have to climb out of the hell. They also had some sort of New York, Manhattan setting in the background. On the second stage, that was just like a bit of a construction site. Just not a big fan of the graffitis. It makes it a bit too colorful. Especially the underside of the track. They should have kept it concrete. I wonder if this is an actual bridge over there. It kinda looks a bit like the Tower Bridge. But then again, I'm not from London, so I'm not sure. But I think the Tower Bridge was a lot more solid. Where you actually could enter into one of the towers, and there was a lot of brick area where they kept prisoners and stuff inside. I once saw a documentary about it, and it's supposed to be a haunted place as well. But then again, I'm not really sure about all of the haunted stuff. Maybe I should have just kept pulling this up. Instead of actually driving. I'm really glad that I used a pretty fast vehicle for this. Imagine we would have done all of this in the supercar. That would have been really bad. I mean, it's not a bad vehicle, but the supercar is so much slower. There's someone right behind us. Oh, it's them again. Okay, they definitely hit another gear. I can't believe they catch up. That was a wall. I'm getting so tired from this. I think we're already in the next area. And I've hit the max gear. I can't get into any higher. 5 is the maximum. And now it's just a Super Mario golf cart. Fish. Oh, I see them again. I wonder if they are driving a motorbike from the same creator. Because it seems to behave a lot similar. They're really fast though. I can't focus on this anymore, oh my god. At least none of the stuff is actual physical in a way. It's just really decorations. Focus. Come on. So it seems that select 5 may actually be the last one. If it's right what I'm reading into the chat. But there's people that are saying that there may be a problem with the gift. And the answer I got is something about the end of leg 5. So if this is the last leg, then surprise. Then again, we've already been on the cruise for over an hour. Not counting the little break. Yeah, they pretty much left me in the dust. I don't even see them anymore. So if I fall down from another track, I just pull us all the way to the top. Just if. And I'm not falling on purpose. Just kidding. But it definitely looked like there was a hole in the guard. Imagine you make it so far up, and they start making holes in the side guard. It is messed up. Okay, this is looking much more like a racing track. That really fits to the background. I think they are an entire lap ahead of us. The icon on the minimap is literally above our heads. Oh my god, why are we going down again? Also, that was a pretty nasty crash out. Okay, we're going up again. Okay, people are still discussing that there may be an issue with the gift. That would be a pity, but again, we don't really rely on the gifts. We got so many vehicles already. But it just means that I can't review it at the end. I'm really glad that I invested in the new badge now. The harder topper is really nice, and the merino wool topper, not topper, but underbed, is absolutely fantastic. Oh, and we've made it. Okay, let's see that we just managed to land somewhere. Oh my god. Fantastic. Okay, that's it. So we are getting to the top by manual labor. I started with this. So what I was saying, I'm really happy with my current setup for the bed. Because the harder topper makes it a lot nicer to lay on the bed. And the merino wool underbed is like a little extra layer that counters the hardness of the topper. And the extra weight from the weighted blanket, which is basically just the alpaca wool blanket, makes it so comfortable. I'm feeling like a sleep sandwich. This is so annoying. I wonder why it's happening so much this time. We never had this problem in the past. Okay, we are back in the underwood section or area. The kind of jungle place. And we are still going up. This is about as interesting as driving. Oh, there's dinosaurs on the map. Just imagine we would have driven all the way over here. That would have been at least 10 or 20 more minutes. And up we go. And this tweet is just failing to rest. Okay, that is pretty weird. I just hope we didn't crash or anything. But the hut is still saying that we have to go up another 220 meters. So this is what we'll... 117. We should be getting close. 145. Okay, let's drive the last meters. And we've made it. Oh my gosh, that was quite a ride. This is a really strange looking destination. Okay, it seems that this drive really only has 5 legs. Oh, this is a CHC drive. Interesting. So we've been talking about CHC a few drives ago, because they give away a lot of free vehicles every season. And that doesn't seem to be a problem either. So we got the gift, we're gonna check it out. And we even got some racing rides. Okay. It kinda reminds me of the Beetle. It's a little bit more modern than the Beetle. And it got a little sledge on top. Okay, it's one of these cars. So we got full control over all of these. That is always good to have. It doesn't look like we got controls over the color. Yeah, we can't change this stuff. That's actually a shame. Because this is an okay vehicle. I'm not really a big fan of these already, but if we could have changed the colors, that would have been fun. So we only got the tuning menu. Alright, let's see how it drives. Always drive with your hands on the wheel. And up the test track. I have to say, the sounds are pretty spot on. I'm not sure if you can hear it because I made Second Life a lot quieter then. So listen to this. That sounds pretty spot on. It seems to have a bit of a drift to the... not the right side, not the left. But maybe that's just the track. Yeah, it was just a track. So it's not a bad vehicle, but let's see how fast it gets. We are already on the 4th gear. That's actually driving really nice. The steering is a bit powerful. So maybe if we reduce the steering 1 or 2 points. Yeah, the barn music is the background music. But honestly, I have to say I'm really impressed. This is driving so well. And it makes it even more sad that we don't have access to the coloring. And the other thing that I see while I'm driving is that the 3D elements kind of break just from driving and zooming out. So that's a bit of a shame, but driving-wise, this is excellent. And this is almost at one level with the Super 80. Almost, though. The Super 80 is still a little bit beyond everything else. But this is fantastic. And the fact that you get it for free after finishing the drive makes it available to everybody. And I think we still got another gear, so we can drive even faster. Let's see. Oh my god. This is a turbo beetle. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This is crazy, this thing is so fast. Oh my god, there's another gear. So we can go up to gear 8, which is literally aircraft. Okay, so that's enough testing. That was pretty fun though. How do we get inside of this again? Gosh dang it. Don't be so fast. There we go. We found our way back. So this is a really brilliant driving car. And as you can see, CHC also got a lot of trucks, military vehicles, and some country vehicles and little jeeps and stuff. So they are definitely worth looking at. And again, even though the season is over and as you can see the Christmas stuff is gone, there's still this area over here with obviously the new stuff and also the free stuff over here. And I just saw that they also got this thing that looks pretty much like a Super 80. So yeah, make sure to check out the free stuff over here. And definitely make sure to grab the free vehicle from today's drive. Alrighty, that's been quite a drive today. Anyways, I hope that you guys had fun. Thank you very much for watching this long. And I hope to see a lot of you guys again next time. If you like the content, please consider to like and subscribe. And yeah, that's all from me. Tomorrow we may actually play Among Us. I know I've been saying this a lot, but tomorrow may be the day. Alrighty, thanks again for watching, and I see you guys again next time. Bye!